obviously there's possibilities for incredible advances.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess where in your mind then is an acceptable extinction risk? And try saying that 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think extinction risk has to be pretty low to be acceptable, right? I think, you know, the 20-25% that's being quoted basically just means they don't know what the risk levels are, which is also worrying. It may well be much less than that, but even if it's 10% or 5% that everybody dies, that's still too high, right? You know, 1 in 20 chance is still too high. And I think, you know, the likely outcome here is that we use AI and other technologies, is, you know, automation, robotics, there's lots of synthetic biology advances that are having a big impact. And we make a better world. You know, we have cheaper goods, we have better healthcare, we have greater security, all this kind of stuff. That's the most likely outcome. But I think that the race at the moment is for this AGI, especially in the Western world. I think in China and other parts of Asia, they're more focused on narrow AI. And that's the thing that there's not enough understanding of in terms of what the consequences of it might be. But the payoff, the incentive is so huge. They've pegged it at something like $18 quadrillion to the person who first manages AGI, that they're just chasing it and chasing it. And I think it's kind of like nuclear power, right? Nuclear power now is probably the safest, cleanest power form that there is, in terms of effectiveness and cleanness as well. But it's been decades and decades of regulation that have led to that. And it was only things like Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island and Fukushima and things like that that led to those regulations. But the issue we have, and I've talked about this in the past, is that the AI version of Chernobyl in a world that's so connected and so digital could be one that none of us actually see the other side of. And so, you know, what level of existential risk is acceptable? It's a very difficult question to answer, but it's got to be like vanishingly low.